Hi guys, it's Monique from earlylearningmom.com. Today I wanted to come and talk to you guys about why our family homeschools. Now, full disclosure, we have 3 children. Not all 3 of them are homeschooled. My eldest attends public school. He's going on into high school in September. Our middle child attends private school, and she is going to be going into grade 8 in September. And our youngest has been homeschooled right from the beginning. He is going into grade 2. You know how it is when you homeschool. It's kind of grade 2. Technically, age-wise, he's going into grade 2 in September. My previous experience with homeschooling, we homeschooled our oldest for kindergarten and part of grade 1 before he started attending public school. So, now the reasons why we homeschool our youngest are numerous. The first is safety. He does live with autism and ADHD, so impulsivity is a huge thing in his world, and sometimes the public school can just not provide him the safety that we need. Things have changed with the way the government has funded EAs and like educational assistance, and basically we attended a few meetings with the school, and my husband and I just didn't feel that he would be safe in a public school environment. That being said, just because that was our feeling doesn't mean it's like that in every school. However, something that really made us realize we made the right decision was the September that we started homeschooling. Sadly, in a province next to ours in Saskatchewan, a special needs boy, it was a week or 2 into school, wandered out of the school and went to one of those, like, sure if it's like a retention pond or it's one of those, like, decorative ponds in the community, and he drowned. And so I hadn't heard about it, but my husband came home and he told me that after hearing that story, he realized that it was super important for Zachary to be at home with us where he's safe. And I mean, I'm not saying things can't happen at home too. That's not what I'm saying. It's just, the numbers are lower here. It's just where we feel that he's safe. Another reason that we homeschool is for the quality of education that he'll receive. Teachers work really, really hard. However, they have to teach to the class. They can't teach to an individual student. And, they can provide some students with additional help. They can, sorry, I thought I heard something over there. They can provide students with additional help, but they just can't, it's just impossible to tailor the education of 28 to 30 students in a classroom. And little Z he's been reading since he was little. He's very bright in those sense, but in other areas he needs a lot of help. So like his fine motor skills, he needs a lot of help, but his gross motor skills are amazing. He's able to read, but he's not able to verbally answer a lot of questions in the traditional sense. So basically, by homeschooling him, I can tailor his education to support his weaknesses while definitely giving him lots of opportunity to express his strength. And that just allows a more well-rounded education for him. The other reason we homeschool is he needs to burn off a lot of energy. He needs to be busy. He needs a lot of movement breaks. And so by homeschooling him, we can tailor, once again, his education, and we can allow him a lot of time to move. So we may do one subject, we're able to get through really quickly, and then we spend a bunch of time moving and running, and we spend the morning when he's got the most energy playing in the backyard, burning off energy, playing at the splash pads. So that is another reason we homeschool. It allows for a lot more movement breaks for him, and it allows it in a way that he's not disruptive to other children. Another reason that we homeschool is because it allows us to do alternative therapies that may not be offered through the school. So come September, we're going to be working again with Doman International. For his kindergarten school year, we worked with the IAHP, which is the people that work with Doman International used to be a part of, and they've kind of split into two separate organizations. And so we worked with them in kindergarten. And then in grade 1, we had made the difficult choice to work a little bit more with ABA that was offered in our community. Whether that was the right decision or not, I'm not 100% sure. But at the end of the day, it was the last year that it was being offered, so it was a do or die. Like, we take it or we don't. And so I didn't want to regret not taking it, knowing that we could go back and follow like the Doman method afterwards should it not be a fit. And that is exactly what happened. So we're finishing up right now with ABA. We think we have a month or 2 left. Come August, Z and I are meeting with Doman International. We are not going out to Italy. We are doing an advanced consultation through online means. So basically everything will be through the internet, kind of like Skype. I'm not sure if they use Skype, but it'll be something like that. And we're going to be creating an entire program. And that allows us to combine his therapy along with his home education, giving us ample opportunity to get through all of that. And so those are some of the main reasons why we're choosing to homeschool. Another one that I should mention is I just feel that when you are able to tailor the education to the child, your child is going to learn more. And I don't always agree with some of the methods that are used in public schools. Like, some of my kids come back from school, public and private, and they're explaining away they do math, or they're explaining away, you know, a certain subject that they're really focusing on, and I don't understand why they're doing it that way when, you know, there might be a different way that we would choose to teach our children using. And so with little Z, I don't have to go by what the school is learning. If we want to spend 2 weeks learning about Albert Einstein, I can find every book on Albert Einstein, and we can read it together, and we can just kind of jump into those subjects. Whereas in public school, they have a set time that they have to do set things. Gym is at a set time, music class is at a set time, science is at a set time, and it gives the teacher really little freedom to dig in deeper. You know, if you're reading a read out loud and you're at like a cliffhanger and you want to like just dive in and let's spend the rest of the day finishing that book while the child is like so engaged, you can't always do that, because if you're in public school or private school, it might be gym class, it might be science class, it might be outdoor ed, and you have to pause, and that's just what happens. So we really enjoy the freedom of our education and getting to choose what we're teaching our child and getting to support his interests and giving him the opportunity to have a say in his education and let us know what he's interested in. And if he wants to focus on the human body for science, you know what? We just keep digging in until he's got enough information. And then we can dive into the solar system. So, like I mentioned, we homeschool for safety. We homeschool because it gives us freedom to do other therapies. It gives us more freedom for movement breaks. It gives us the freedom to choose what we're going to teach our child. It gives us the opportunity to support his weaknesses while encouraging his strengths. So I hope this was helpful. I hope it wasn't too long and rambled on, but I realized I had just never done this kind of video before, so and I'm not entirely sure if people knew that my other children were not homeschooled, and I swear I'm not playing favoritism here by only talking about what we do with Z, because my other kids, like I said, they're in school. So thank you for watching, If you like this video, be sure to thumbs up, subscribe. By subscribing, you're helping my channel grow and letting other people see some of the content that I talk about here. If you're new to my channel, thank you for stopping by. I share a lot about what we're reading in our homeschool, what kind of curriculum we're using, and raising and homeschooling special needs children. My youngest that I'm homeschooling has autism and ADHD, and we are not letting that stop him from learning. I believe that kids, if given the proper opportunity, can have amazing potential, and that is just what we're seeing. So we kind of go at things a little bit different than some other people do. So if you like it, stop by and check out some more of my videos. And if you're an old viewer, you've been subscribing for a while, you've been on this channel, I appreciate your support. And be sure to check out my blog at www.earlylearningmom.com. Thanks for watching.